All right, guys, welcome to tonight's call. I'm super excited to have you all here and to hear Cathia speak. Cathia is actually one of Felicia Hurst's coaches, and I met Cathia for the very first time when I was actually heading to the Bahamas and Jamaica. We stopped and met her in Florida before we took our ship out, and it was so awesome to just hang out with her and have breakfast with her. And over time, I've got to know her more. She's come to Utah and she's hiked the Y with my sister, and we've had, was it like a Kia Bulls? Is that how you say it? And we've had a lot of fun. But Cathia, she is a Emerald coach, and she's been coaching for about a year and a half, I want to say. She's totally rocking it. I see a lot of her team on here tonight too. So thanks guys for jumping on and supporting her. But let's jump into what she has to say. I'm excited to hear her and what she has to share.
Oh, wow. That was fast. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. Thanks, ladies. Thank you to my team for showing up. Woo-hoo. I appreciate the support. I was asked to talk on the call. I wasn't sure what to talk about because honestly, I have these moments where I just feel like I have nothing to share, nothing of value. But she just said, share your best practices. So I wrote down 10 things on my paper that I feel like I do consistently every single day, or if not every day, at least consistently, just for my business. So the first thing I wrote down was that I'm always working on myself. And that's pretty much what brought me to Beachbody, was that I needed to work on myself, and that I'm first and foremost, I'm a challenger before I'm a coach. So that's basically what a coach is. It's just somebody who wants to work on themselves and who's excited about Beachbody and their products, and who just is so excited that they're wanting to share it with other people. So I'm always working on myself. I'm always challenging myself. I'm always trying the new programs that are coming out. I'm always excited to try them because it is exciting. I mean, Beachbody is an amazing company, and they come out with such great fitness programs, and they've just got the whole package that it's an exciting thing to want to do and to want to share. And it's something that has improved my life, and it's something that I love to share with everybody else. So that's what I do. And I also love to push myself to grow and to try new things. I started off wanting to lose weight, to tone, and to become healthier. And I've achieved that. And now my next goal is to go from working this business part-time and working for my boss full-time to flipping it up and maybe working my business full-time and working another job part-time, if I have to. Obviously, I might have to do that in the beginning, but my goal is to definitely work this full-time. So that's the next thing that I'm wanting to do, and I'm shooting for November of 2018. So I have a goal there. The second thing is that I never back down from a challenge. I never say no to a new opportunity. If somebody comes to me and they say, you know, hey, you want to try this, and it's something that I've never done before, most likely I'm going to be intrigued. I'm going to be interested in wanting to know what it is. And if it's something that I feel like I'm not going to get hurt doing, or it's something that I'm going to learn from, then I'm definitely going to do it, or I'm at least going to try it. And so I feel like there's always an opportunity to learn and to grow, especially when it comes to you know, a new experience. And so when I was a little girl, just to give you a little background about me, is that we always moved a lot when I was younger. So my mom, you know, we lived in shelters, we lived with friends, we lived with family members. We were constantly moving. And I never had lived in the same home. I never went to the same school. I never had the same friends growing up. And so I feel like that constant change has given me some sort of foundation for how I live my life now. And so I feel like I'm always looking for that next challenge and that next thing to change my life and to improve and to make it better. And since I'm older and I have my own family established, I obviously can't just pick up and move whenever I want, or pick up and change careers whenever I want, because I have to have that stability for my family. So I feel like this is a great way for me to have that change in my life, because like I said, I'm trying to go from working full-time to now working my business full-time. And I've been working in insurance for 15 years. And that wasn't like my dream job. So that's not something that I really want to get stuck doing for the rest of my life, but it's something that is constant and consistent. But now that I found Beachbody, I feel like this is the opportunity that I have to make that change. And it's something that's going to challenge me and help me grow. And it has been. So it's actually been a blessing in my life. And then the next thing I have is, with coaching, this business is hard, and it takes passion, and it takes persistence. And reading the book Grit by Angela Duckworth has actually helped me to understand that passion and persistence equals grit. And that's something that I have because of the way I was raised. And I've always been the type of person that where I don't just give up that easily. I'm the type of person where I know if it's possible, I'm always going to try my best and then try again until I get it. I get whatever it is that I'm trying to learn or trying to do. And so I'm passionate about changing careers. I'm persistent about making this business work. And so that gives me the grit that I need to continue on this journey, no matter how grueling it is. So number 3, my vitals. I know that the company itself has its 4 vital behaviors, but with me, I actually have my own vitals that I make sure that I do consistently. And obviously, the first thing is that I drink Shakeology. I work out. I listen to personal development. That for me is one of the most important things and one of the most consistent things that I do. Even if I'm not eating the best, even if I'm not working out or drinking my Shakeology, I'm always listening to personal development. It's definitely something that I feel like everybody should do, regardless of whether they're starting a business or not. I feel like everybody needs that positive affirmation or positive mindset in order to be able to push through anything that they're struggling with through life. So that's something that I always do. I'm always posting on social media every single day. I'm always running free groups every single month and a challenge group every single month. I'm always building relationships with people, going on social media, like liking and loving everything that I see that I feel resonates with me. Commenting on photos. Like if I look at a photo and I have like an idea pops in my head, like, oh wow, I love that, I'm going to comment whatever it is that I'm thinking at that moment, because I want them to know what I think about what they're posting, because I would like for them to do the same thing for me. I always make sure that I host weekly team calls with my team, even though right now I only have 1 active coach under me. Even though I am an Emerald coach, I only have 1 active coach. So regardless if it's just me and her on the team call, I make sure that I do that team call every single week, because whether I have 1 coach or I have 5 coaches, that 1 coach matters to me just as much as everybody else. So I make sure that I'm there for her. And then I also, the 4th thing I do is that I have an accountability partner. And my accountability partner is my coach. So we constantly keep each other accountable. She knows what my goals are. I know what her goals are. When she sees that I'm struggling somewhere, and I'll be open and honest with her, and I'll be like, girl, I just did not want to get up and work out today. I just couldn't do it. And it could be like 8 o'clock at night. She'll tell me, okay, you need to get up and work out now, and I'll do it. So, it's a great thing to have. So if you don't have an accountability partner, definitely I would recommend one, or I would recommend that you get one. And an accountability partner can be anybody, just somebody that you know, that you get along with, that you trust. You don't even really have to know them. Just get to know somebody and become an accountability partner to that person and make that person yours. So she gives me great ideas all the time, but I'm always, one thing that's important that I feel my coaches tell me is important is the connection that we have with each other. So not just having like a team page or having team calls. Like, we're constantly texting each other. Now that Felicia has invited me on Marco Polo, I've invited them on Marco Polo, and I love like recording videos on there, and we record back and forth. So I feel like that's a more personable way of communicating and keeping in touch, and we're constantly keeping in touch with each other, and I feel like that's a great way to support your coaches. The fifth thing is that I'm always sharing what I do with the people around me. So like whether it's at work, at church, family, neighbors, friends, my coaches, I constantly share with them what I'm doing. So like at work, basically yesterday, for instance, I got into work and I was like, I did my workout yesterday. I was feeling great. I got in and I was like all bubbly and cheery when I got to work. My receptionist was kind of like acting weird, and then my office manager was dead to the world because her kids have hand, foot, and mouth disease. So she was up like since 12 a.m. that morning, and she had an 8-hour work day to go, and she was just like dead. So when I got there, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna make my shake. I threw in some Shakeology Boost in focused energy because I need that sometimes in the morning or in the afternoon, and I split it with her and I had her drink it, and she actually has some Shakeology that I've given her, but she needed that boost and she was actually really appreciative, and now she wants to buy some because it not only helps her with her energy that day, but it also is all natural, and the ingredients in there, she really liked it. So that's something that I did for her just because I knew she needed it, and it's something, it was a way for me to share it with her. And the same thing at church. If I talk to somebody and they ask how I've been doing, I just tell them it's really hard to juggle life and work, and I tell them I work full time, I have my business at home, and that I've got this going on, and then they ask me what I do at home, and that's when Beachbody comes in, and I start making connections there. So I'm constantly sharing what I do with people, and I make sure that even with my coaches, I share with them if I find out anything new that would benefit them in their business as well. The sixth thing is that I'm always willing to try something new and different. So like with Crystal, your coach sneak peek group that we had that's still open right now, I thought that was a great thing because it was fun, it was new, it was different, and I loved the idea, which is why I jumped on the opportunity to be included in that, and I really, really enjoy it. And I also, my team and I just a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, did a coach opportunity Zoom call. Usually my coach opportunity groups or sneak peek groups are like the 5-day groups where every day I post a different video. It's not as personable, so I decided to do a Zoom call and just invite any potential coaches to that. We had the slides that Beachbody offers, and each of us just took turns talking about Beachbody and coaching and what that means to us, and we actually really enjoyed that too. So always my advice to you regarding that is to always be trying something new and different and seeing what works, and it also helps with to change things up a bit. Like I said in the beginning, I love change, I love something fresh and new, and I constantly am looking for something that's going to improve my business. So that's what we did, and I'm just now starting to get used to Instagram stories and Facebook stories. Instagram, for some reason, is a lot easier for me than Facebook. I have no idea how to use Facebook stories, so I'm still trying to learn how to do that. But I'm also considering now doing a fit club. So that's my goal, maybe before the end of the year, is to be doing a fit club so I can share more one-on-one with people in my area. And then number 7 is I have a mission statement. It keeps me focused on my business and what my goals are for my business and what makes me stand out from everybody else and what makes me different. And I keep that written on a little sticky note in front of me in front of my computer so that I'm constantly seeing it. Even if I'm not reading it every day, my mind's eye is constantly looking at it. So I'm processing that mission statement every single day. And so I just had a team call with Tanya yesterday, and we figured out what her mission statement was going to be. So I recommend for everybody to have a mission statement. And if you don't have one, a great way to find one is to just write down a few things that are important to you as far as coaching goes. And what we did is we Googled different companies like State Farm, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the American Red Cross, and we looked for their mission statements. And that gave us great ideas about how to create our own mission statements. So I just feel like it's a great thing to make sure that you're always focused and you're not kind of flip-flopping between, you know, how you're helping people. It's always clear and concise what your mission is. And then the 8th thing is a long time ago in one of Crystal's team calls, I can't remember who talked about it, but it was where you have you write down 5 things that make you different or unique, or, you know, things that you like. And then you make sure that you share that with people, because that's going to be kind of your niche market. It's going to build your community. And then just seeing somebody else, I can't remember who talks about what, but seeing somebody else talk about how they use that to their advantage. She basically runs free groups based on those 5 things. So for me, what I'm doing in the month of September is I'm using some of those things that I personally like to run free groups for next month. So I have one, since I'm wanting to go vegan, I have a free group for other people that want to go vegan. So we're going to try and taper down our animal products together. I have another one for busy multitasking mamas like myself who work full time, who also have maybe a business or do something else on the side, who need to find a way to be organized and multitask effectively. And then I have another one for like a spiritual group, because I'm also spiritual, and I try to make sure that I keep my faith at the top of my list every day, but it's hard to focus on that when you have so many other things to focus on. So I have a free group for anybody that needs help to do that. So we're going to be like reading scriptures, meditating every day, maybe praying, and I'll have like a weekly family home evening type of post to give them ideas to spend time with their family as well. And then the 9th thing is that I always make sure that I participate in the Team Cup. I've gone through 3 Team Cups so far. And the first Team Cup that I've gone through, Crystal made me be a team captain. So I had no idea what Team Cup was or how to be a team captain or what, but I did it. And it just goes to show you that that's just the type of person I am. I'm always willing to try something new, no matter how scary or blind I'm going in. Like, I'll just do it. And she actually is really, her and Felicia are really great at just making me believe that I can do it. So she's like, yeah, don't worry, you can do it. Just have people in your team, create a group, and just make it happen. There's like trainings here. So Beachbody is really good with their training too. If you just look it up, they'll tell you step by step what you should be doing. So that's what I did. And every Team Cup that I do, I learn something new, and I find a way to make it better. And so I would always recommend for anybody to do Team Cup, because for me, it's motivating, it's helpful, it's insightful, it helps me learn new things, and it helps me know my limits as well, because in the beginning I'm usually all gung-ho and like excited, and I'm posting every single day, and then like by the 3rd week I'm pretty much like, okay, when is this going to be over? But it's helping me know my limits and helping me to pace myself. So the last thing that I have to share is to definitely, if not anything else, to make time for my family. You know, I actually schedule it in. So like I said, I have family home evenings. So that's every Monday night. I don't do any work. That's just for my family. And then on Sundays, I make sure that I make time for my family. But every other day is I make sure that I work and everything, but maybe during the week, Monday through Friday, when I'm off of work, I'll work my business, but then I always make time, like maybe an hour a day at the end of the day to, you know, maybe watch a movie with my family, have dinner with my family or something. I always make time for my family, because without them and their support, this wouldn't be possible. So that's basically all I have. If anybody has any questions, let me know.
Sorry, my kids are screaming out there. Mom! Awesome call. I loved it. And probably my biggest takeaway of it all is literally just go for it. Just do it, right? You are seriously a great example of that, because every time I've come to Cathia, I'm like, okay, girl, like, you want to be team captain? And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. Hey, girl, you want to do a team call? Yeah, I'll do it. Like, she does it, you know?
Yeah.
And that is where you get amazing leaders. And amazing leaders just step up to the plate and they say, I can do this. Even if I don't know what the heck I'm doing, like, I will do it. So I think that is like a really great trait to have, because, you know, even though it scares you, and I'm sure a lot of time you're like, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm terrified. You just go for it, you know? I mean, like, really, what do you have to lose, right? Like, is this going to make you die, you know? Like, you just do it. So I love that. Do any of you guys have any thoughts you want to share? Any questions for Cathia? You can just unmute yourselves.
Well, I can only say that she has been, I've known her since high school. Like, so she has always been like that. She's always been, let's go. Let's do this.
I love it.
Like, there's no, like, I'm like, well, maybe we should, no, let's go. So, she's always been like that. Always.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good trait to have, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else want to share thoughts for Cathia? I took some notes. I really like your 4 vital behaviors. I feel like they are, you know, awesome, because it's good. Yeah. It's all like being proof of the product. And especially like personal development, you know, like digging deep into personal development is so important. And you seriously see like you change. Like Cathia, I've seen her grow so much over the past 1.5 years since I have met her. And so it's just really awesome to see that growth in her. And I love watching coaches grow. It's like the coolest thing ever. I wish you all could be where I was. Cool. I was bad. I was like, 3 years ago, you asked me to do a team call. I said, heck no. What? But now, you know, they ask me to like speak in front of tons of people. I'm like, heck yeah. I'm actually going to Ottawa, Canada for Super Saturday in January to speak. So that's going to be fun. But anyways, any other questions or concerns or anything you guys need help with?
One thing that I want to mention is that to everybody listening is that I have never hit Success Club before. I don't have like a huge team. I've actually been very consistent with, I guess, coaching because I believe in it. But my thing is that I'm not super successful, but I believe in the company. I believe in this business, and I do have big goals. And so I just, regardless of where I am in this business, I continue doing it because I love it. And so that's something that I feel like everybody as a coach should want to do, like above all else. Like if you don't want to be in this to help people, then it's going to be very difficult for you to stick with it. So if you're struggling with that, then like I said, the book that I'm reading, Grit by Angela Duckworth, has really helped me because it's made me realize that it's more than just talent, and it's more than just seeing the end result, like where Crystal is or where big coaches are, like Melanie Mitro. You know, they've actually put in a lot of work behind the scenes that you're not seeing to get to where they are. So if you feel like, you know, you're hopeless because you're not there yet, it's really just about you having that grit and sticking with it and doing the work every single day. So never give up.
Cathia, honestly, like, you're successful in my eyes because you're still here. Like, so many people, like, honestly would have quit a long time ago. Honest truth. Yeah. And I've seen it happen. And so I seriously give you props for pushing through. And because because you have a strong why and you see the purpose Beachbody has behind it, and you are out to help as many people as possible. And I truly, truly believe that. I actually did a live video today in Team Fiercely Fit. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch it, because I talk about this thing, because so many of us at this time like expect everything to be at our hands like super fast. I want to be rich right now. I want all the success right now. I want to hit Success Club right now. But you guys, it takes time, right? It takes so much time to build to that success. And you have to realize, like, Melanie Mitro works long hour days. Like, she was putting in 12 hours a day, like round clock, like working. So it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of grit and a lot of time behind that we don't see. So, so thank you for that. Anything else before we end? All right, guys. Well, stay safe and have an awesome Wednesday night. And thank you so much for getting on. And thank you, Cathia, for hosting this awesome call. I learned so much from you, and I got a lot of notes. So I appreciate it. I always learn from you guys. You guys are great. Great.
Pleasure. Thank you, Crystal. Have a good night.
Bye.